I'm with Bogart Shunthurst, and we're here at Lifegate Rehabilitation. Now, Bogart, what is Lifegate?
Lifegate is an institution for the rehabilitation of children and young people with impairments.
And when was the organization founded, and why was it founded?
The organization actually came out of another organization which provided a home for disabled and blind men located right here in Beit Jala. And in the year 1987, this home for men was slowly changed into a rehabilitation center. That means the people in the house, around 30 men, were actually not doing much. They were eating, drinking, and watching TV sometimes, and just a few of them went outside for some activities. So we found them all quite in a well shape with some physical impairment. So we asked the question, why we're not starting to teach you something which you can be able after that to make your living maybe from it. So some of the people were very happy about this idea. Others didn't like it. They wanted to be served. And they left the institution. And out of this new approach, we started with a very single sewing machine to teach somebody sewing on a sewing machine. And other professions, one by one, were following. And then beside a living place, we provided the people with a vocational training opportunity.
And are there a lot of physically and mentally disabled children and youth in the Bethlehem area?
This question is not easy to answer because we have actually not many official statistics done by the government or even by organizations. But we know that the problem in the society with impairments is actually the problem of the marriages within the same bigger families. And we have many genetic problems and defects which lead to impairment. And this pattern, let's say, in society that you marry within the family is very, very common. So in many families, unfortunately, we do not have just one child with a problem, we have several children. And there might be in all the country also a hidden figure of people where we don't know about them. But I would say there are almost 8 till 10% of the population having a kind of a physical problem.
So do you think there needs to be more education about marriage, closer marriage in the community?
Yes, of course, we do that in Lifegate. We try to encourage the young mothers of our children and mothers who especially have girls and boys to be aware that it's much better to look maybe later when they are in the age for a husband a little bit far. But you know, this old tradition that you marry in the past in the same tribe is also something we know from the Bible. I think we are familiar with the story of Jacob. When Jacob wanted to get married, he went all the way down to his uncle Laban, and he married 2 of his cousins. Yeah, first the one he didn't want so much, Leah, and then Rachel. He was in love with, but it were his cousins. And also in the tribes of Israel, like in the Arabian tribes, marriage within the tribe was the normal common habit. And that's because, let's say, the children are born in the tribe grows, you know the good name of the girl or of the man. Very often in the poorer areas, till today in the country, the families are arranging those marriages. It's not that the young people can decide themselves, especially not the women.
Now, there's quite a lot of children's homes here in the Bethlehem area, but is there much for youth, those who've left school and maybe 18, 19 years of age?
Yeah, this is really a problem. And we always say in Bethlehem area, and this is maybe because Bethlehem is the birthplace of Christ, that's why many people settled here, especially Christian organizations. We have quite a few organizations who are giving people with impairments, let's say, a nice daycare approach. But very, very few have the development of children and young people with impairments on their agenda. And here maybe Lifegate differs very much. We are not a place to keep children or young people. We are a pure development place. They come to us for a certain time, but then the aim is that they will make their living hopefully independently outside in the society. So we prepare people to become independent, even to be able to take care of their own needs by their own work, by the work of their own hands.
And you're also helping Christian and Muslims here? You're not just helping one or the other?
Are less than 2% of the Palestinian population. So, and as we understand the Bible, we are supposed to love everybody. Doesn't matter what religion he has, what color his skin is. Jesus told us to accept and love people like they are. So, of course, in Lifegate, the picture of the society, 98% Muslim population, is also almost in Lifegate. There's one little difference. Our staff people are mainly Christians. Why? The Christian minority does not see much or does not have much of a hope for the future. So they many of them try to follow relatives who already settled abroad. So the Christian population in the birthplace of Jesus is declining every year, and the Muslim population gets bigger and bigger. That's why in Lifegate we would like to give Christian people a working place, that they're able to stay, that they have an income, they can raise their children and have a decent life here in the country. And the other thing, we are a Christian organization. That means we share our faith with everybody who comes in. We would like that people see the love we have to each other and ask questions, and then we have good answers for them. And that's why we're having almost 95% Christian staff in the institution.
And what are you doing with the children and youth here in Lifegate?
Yeah, we started off almost 20 years ago with young adults by, as I said before, as creating a vocational training center. And today we teach 10 professions for young people in the age between 15 and 25. And the aim is that after 2-3 years of learning here in Lifegate, that they're able to work outside in the society. Now, we saw then for many years that we are with taking people in the age of 15 quite late. If we would reach the same people 10 years before, we could maybe set them up in directions they wouldn't need us in the age of 15 anymore. So we and another thing which we saw is that the women who give birth or who have a child with an impairment have a very hard situation. The bigger family almost blames the woman that the child is impaired. Even the genetic problems could come from the line of the husband, but they never confess that this is could be like that. It's always the woman. As I said before, they sometimes have more than one child with a problem. So this women are carrying often a very heavy burden. In Lifegate, we decided 10 years ago to give 1 day a week where these mothers with impaired children can come to the institution and have a morning for themselves. They can talk to each other, they can rest, they can do something they like, to eat a good breakfast together, to listen to music, to have relaxation, things like that. Out of this mother meeting, very soon the mothers wanted to know more about the background of the problems of the children. So we taught many mothers in programs, in courses, what is the problem with the child and how you can help the child in the home. And today I can say we trained along the years many mothers to become our partners to develop the children in the home environment. So today in Lifegate we say the parents and our staff, they are the developing team or development team for the child. And we don't let the parents just drop the child in the institution and go away. And out of this now mothers meeting, then the kindergarten, the development kindergarten was created, because this mother didn't give us a rest till we started a daily program for their children. So today we have 25 children in a developing kindergarten. In the future, we are able to have 50. And now the missing link actually between the kindergarten and the vocational training is the school. But about this I talk in a minute.
Yes, I was just going to ask you, you have a school here. What do the kids learn here in the school?
Now, the school is yet existing just in 2 classes. Why? Because many children grow out of the kindergarten. They're between 6 and 10 years old. Now, there isn't a school for the development of children with impairments yet in the Palestinian territories. So actually, Lifegate has no chance than building a school up, than creating a school. And now In a new location we are right now building, there is one floor meant for 100 children with special needs, so that the children who grow out of our kindergarten, but also children who come in the certain ages, they can have a school where they can develop. And we would like to have very much also non-impaired children in our school. To create an example in the society, it's possible that children learn together, because we tried over the years and with quite success to integrate our physically impaired children in mainstream schools, and we found in some schools open doors for our children, and it was a very nice experience. But still, many schools do not want to take children with impairments because the facility is not ready for it. They don't have the bathrooms. They have many. They say they have many problems with that. Of course, we can solve many of those problems. Actually, it is the parents of non-impaired children who put an obstacle on our children and say to the school, if these children enter the school, they will take their children to another school. So we would like to create an example in our school, that impaired and non-impaired children can learn very well together, and this model can be transferred hopefully to many Palestinian schools after that.
That would be really fantastic to see. You also have a workshop. What are you teaching the youth in the workshop?
Yeah. In the workshop, we teach handcraft vocations, which are pretty much needed in the country. We're talking in the Palestinian territories from around 40% unemployment. The Bethlehem area is quite well off because many tourists coming here, and many people are somehow involved in tourism or in services for tourists, so they have work. But if you go 5 kilometers from here to the countryside, you find villages where maybe 50%, 60% of the men, who are the providers usually of the family, will not find any long-term job. They are daily workers. They go somewhere in the morning and they hope they are picked up maybe by somebody to have a daily activity and are paid in the evening. But very often they come home and they didn't find anything. And this is a very desperate situation in this society. So we do not want to add our impaired people to a labor market where they later don't find work. So we look very well in the very first meeting, when we're going to visit the person in the home, what is in the village, what is in the next town available on working places? Are there workshops? Are there little companies? How the transportation problem can be solved? And while we are seeing the whole situation, or does the family have maybe a bigger building and we can open the young person after that a workshop in the house, which we do quite often. All this we put in consideration before we decide with the young person and the family and the parents what we're going to teach, because we want to be almost 90% sure before we start that later they can work in this profession, hopefully in their village, but often also maybe in the neighbor town.
Now, of course, when you're doing when the children or the youth are making products and things like that, you're able to sell these products. What sort of things are you selling?
Yeah. I did not complete the question before. So we teach, I just give you an idea. We teach shoe and leather repair. We have a carpentry shop. We work with olive wood, which is very famous here for the country. Olive wood products. By the way, we also produce olive oil. And we have a sewing shop, a knitting shop, and Palestinian embroidery, and ceramic works. In the future, we are able to add to it computer training. We would like to teach young men haircutting, and also we will have an industrial laundry, which can wash the bed sheets for the hotels in Bethlehem area. Now, the products we produce in Lifegate are actually mainly gifts. Many of them are connected somehow with Christmas. Bethlehem, Christmas, olive wood nativity sets. This is a very famous thing. We do it as well in Lifegate. But we do have also many products which are for daily use, like salad servers, spoons, things for the household, things for your desk in your office. Very nice things. Embroidery work as well. We're able to do all kind of, for example, book covers for Bibles, for songbooks. We have special bags. We have a very nice touch book for little children. which is very unique with motifs here from the country, and nice pottery, ceramic items. So these are the things which we produce. And as we do not be compatible here on the market because we want to pay our young people fair salaries, we sell most of the products in Europe, Germany, England, a little bit in France.
Now you're about to move into a new facility. What's going to be happening there?
Look, Paul, since many years we are working in rented facilities, and the truth is, I never wanted to build a house because I love my work, and we did, I think, quite a good job with the help of our Lord every day in rented facilities. But then we were several times approached by organizations in Germany saying your rent you pay and your running costs are so high. Did you ever consider building something for yourself? And there was an amount of money provided. And then when this happened, I said, so Lord, okay, if you want us to build, then we will start. We are not lazy people. And we looked for a piece of land. Took us 2 years to find a suitable piece of land and the budget to pay for it. And then the funds, let's say, one by one came in. And still we are building, let's say, with little amounts of money coming in. And the building is far from being finished, unfortunately. But the good news is parts of the building are already finished. The kindergarten is already moved in and is working. The administration will follow, the therapy will follow, and then the workshops. So in the new facilities, we have much, much more room than we do have now here in the rented place. And of course, we could build the house in a way that it really suits our work. My first sentence to the architects was, I would like that you make us, or you draw us a building where also already the architecture gives people some hope that they are curious and would like to come in and see what's inside. And, so we tried our best, let's say, which was not easy with the local mind, let's say, to make a house which is attractive, which has some colors, of course, where children and also young people, but also adults like to stay in and like to receive the program Lifegate can offer. But the building is not the main thing. The building is from stones and from glass and from iron. What is most important is that inside the building there are living stones, and this is our team, and that the people who are coming out of this building, that they are alive and they have courage and self-esteem and knowledge in their profession, that they can do something. By the way, at the same time we teach the profession, we teach them also Arabic language, we teach them math, general knowledge. We're looking in the medical problems they have. We introduce them to specialized doctors in Israel and here in Bethlehem. And so we say in Lifegate, the approach of Lifegate is a holistic approach. We look at the child, at the young person from all the sides, and even sometimes we develop the family situation. We do income generating projects in the families who have nothing, let's say, to pay for their children, who cannot help any child. So we help also the families that they gain a little income. And we would like very much that the young people, when they come in, we accept them how they are. And very often, impaired people in this society, no one looked at them. They have no self-esteem. They feel, no one wants me. No one thinks that I can do anything in my life. So in Lifegate, we say you are welcome. You are a lovely person. You are a creation of our Lord with all your problems. And now we need you as a partner to work with us, because we cannot do it for you. We can do it with you. And I think the approach in Lifegate is often one-to-one. One therapist works with one young person or with one child. We work with the parents. And it's really very nice to see how they change in a very short while. They can look in your eyes. They're happy, and this is, let's say, the basic we can work.
Great, sounds fantastic. How should the general public be treating disabled people out on the street?
Look, I just said it. In Bethlehem area, I would say it's a little bit different than in the countryside because some institutions are located here. So people with impairments belong more to the picture in the streets. You can see them. Some of our people, they drive electric scooters or wheelchairs. So they are in the traffic being seen, yeah, and they're coming here every day. So here, let's say there is in the population more an openness because the people are around. In the villages, we have the situation that they are often hidden in the houses. You know, we find in villages people they were never taken to any family event, to any wedding, or to anything outside the building. They even we were in houses and we haven't seen all the people with impairments. They were hidden from us, even from our team. So we encourage very much people. These people belong to us. They are a part of us. They are part of you, of your family. Give them a chance. Help us and help yourself to discover what they are able to do. Many people, I think, they don't mean it even bad. They are helpless. They are helpless because they don't know how to treat them. They don't know how to develop them. And there is another thing. They are afraid that the non-impaired girls in a family will be not married if people outside know that there is a disabled person in the family. So they hide the people. Yeah. Here we do a lot of awareness meeting. We are in the countryside, in the north, in the Jenin area, in the south, in the Hebron area, with teams where we go in 80 families with mentally retarded children, and we develop these children with our therapists in the homes, and we teach the mothers how to do that, and we bring parents together to parents meetings, and in many of these locations parents start to be taking initiative and meet themselves alone after Lifegate after 1 year goes to another place. And in one village, the parents were even succeeding making a little kindergarten out of their own initiative in the village for the children. So something is going on. Awareness meeting done by Lifegate. We invite all the people, let's say, in the government, the teachers in the area, the mayor, the people who are having responsibilities to learn about our work and to give people with an impairment a chance. So I would say there is something on the move, something is changing. It goes very slowly, but I think also in Europe it took us some time till the approach was changed. And also today it's not yet perfect.
Now, you're from Germany. Why are you here in the Palestinian Authority?
Yeah, this is a good question. Let's say like this. Many years I was traveling to the country, and I lived a part of my life in the country before the work of Lifegate was introduced to me. And so it wasn't, I think Israel, the Palestinian territories for a believer are not a strange country because you already know it from the Bible and you're curious to see it. And then when I came here several times, I mean, I met people and the country became very, very close to me. And then when I was asked from a German friend, actually, who was in charge before me, I didn't need to think very long to say, this is a challenge I would like to take on. And I think along the way, our Lord confirmed this decision several times. And and the years passed just like that, but still I get up in the morning and there are many new things to come in every day, and now especially connected with a new building, the work will hopefully grow, and we can help many more people than we could in the past. So it's a place I'm put in, I'm called to, and as long as God wants me here, I will fill it out with His help.
And finally, what's your prayer for Lifegate here and for disabled people around the Bethlehem area?
Our prayer is that, and we start our week every Monday here with the word of the Bible. My prayer is that the people, even they come from Muslim background, that they receive this hope which we have, or which just I think Jesus Christ can give, and we share this with the people, but we cannot. I believe that even a Muslim person can stay on the outside. Let's say a Muslim, but what is in his inside can be something else. because many Muslims cannot officially go to another religion, and this is also not our aim that they do that. But I believe that what we have to share is something which no one can take away from them. This is also our experience. So my prayer is that many people will be really connected to this source of power and love we have in our life. And in the society, let's say that society is opening more up for people with impairments, and that the parents and we in Lifegate, we plant something in the heart of the children, which is love and understanding. And we do build many bridges between Palestinian and Israelis. Let's say the second main aim of Lifegate is the first aim is rehabilitation, and the second aim is to build bridges between people. And we do that all the time and have very good experience. And I see that peace in this country might be possible if just we plant the right seed in the heart of the children, and the Palestinian and the Israeli side.
Okay, Bogart, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.